Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly team huddle. This is Tristan here, and I am very excited to have team huddle with you guys tonight. Last night, if you have not gotten a chance yet to, yeah, sorry, I have my grumpy son here tonight. Kayla, yes, he is in the bat cave. Did I say that? Is that why you're asking? Yeah, that's what we call it. That's man cave, bat cave. So last night, if you did not have a chance to listen to Jill Renfro on Journey Towards Diamond Huddle, I would strongly, strongly encourage you guys to go do that. It was an awesome, awesome huddle. Definitely a powerhouse and something that you do not want to miss, and you definitely want to catch the recording. So tonight, what I wanted to do is kind of break down the three things that she talked about. She broke it down into like three categories. And we had a little thing going on Odyssey to Gems about what were the three takeaways. And several of you guys said your greatest takeaways, which I loved. So I will figure out who won that here and announce that after huddle. But the three main topics that she talked about were, what are you waiting for, was the first one. The second one is, are you being dragged? Are you a self-doer? And the third one was, go do it. So just simply make it happen. So I wanted to break those down a little bit because I think that it's so easy to listen to someone like Jill, who is a sapphire, right? I mean, if you don't know how much sapphires are making, look at your doc or look at your compensation plan. In general, sapphires are making about 10 to 12,000 a month in income. They're making some crazy income, right? She was a third grade teacher. She quit her job. Her and her husband are very Southern. They live in Southern Texas. They love to do line dancing and kind of ballroom dancing type stuff. They're just very much a powerhouse couple. And Jill is a spitfire. I think like if you had to pick her animal, I would say she's a flea. Like she's very much, on fire. She doesn't sit still. She talks 24,000 miles a minute. I think I talk fast, but she takes the cake, y'all. But she's amazing and she's influential. And when she's talking, you want to be listening and you just are empowered by what she's doing. So she is amazing, but it's easy to sit there and listen to that huddle and get excited and then get off and be like, well, that's great. I mean, that was awesome. I'm excited. I'm empowered. But then to allow self-doubt to start taking place and making, well, she could do it, but I'm not sure I can. Or, well, Texas is a place where Plexus is very well known and people are a little more open to health and wellness. And maybe that's not the case where we're at in Illinois or Iowa or Ohio. And, it's easy to start saying these things. So I wanted to break down her points and talk about, kind of get a little more in detail of what they were and talk about how we can make those things start happening now, because they're doable things that we can all do now. And we all have the same struggles. The other thing I want to talk about and take just 2 seconds to talk about is, I can almost guarantee you, if you have felt, because I'm going to raise my hand here first and foremost, last week, the last 3 days of January, and really the first 7 days of February, if I had to rate my career of Plexus off the last 7 days, y'all, I would not even have one ambassador, okay? I've fired myself every single day, and I'm not really sure yet if I want to rehire myself. It's still up for debate, okay? Like, I get it, okay? The last week has been a mess. And I've talked to a couple people about that today. And let me tell you something, this never, ever fails. When one of us is feeling down and one of us is feeling like, holy smokes, life is crazy, I can 99.9% guarantee you that at least 9 out of 10 other people that you surround yourself with feel the same way. Has anybody felt like that the last week? That life is just crazy, that you can't get a hold of what's going on? Like, it's November, it's February 7th. Where did the last 7 days go? This is my point, you guys. If one of us is feeling that way, 9 out of 10 times, you have 9 other people that you're surrounding yourself with. So 90% of the people you surround yourself with are feeling that exact same way. So when you guys are feeling discouraged, when you guys are feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you're not sure what you're going to do, know that you're not alone, first and foremost. Okay, first and foremost. So I want to break these things down. Jill's huddle last night was such like an eye opener, and I felt like she was speaking directly to me and my soul. And I know that several of you on this team call feel that same way because you've told me that last night and today, those exact words. She spoke to me. So I want to break those down a little bit. So the first thing, what are you waiting for? You guys, I think this is a really fun question because for a lot of us, we can say, you know, what are we waiting for? Well, maybe I'm waiting for people to start liking my posts on Facebook. Maybe I'm waiting for myself to lose 5 pounds. Maybe I'm waiting for an income tax so I can stock up on some products, right? Maybe I'm waiting for ... So this is the first thing that I want you guys to kind of think about, okay? What are you waiting for? You cannot want success for anyone else. If you're sitting here and you're going, I want to be gold, I want to be senior gold, I want to be ruby, I want to be whatever the case may be, and my goal is March or April coming up in the next 60 days, and you're going, okay, well, I need to get 60 new customers, or not customers, ambassadors on my team in those next 2 months. I want you to stop right there, because although I am aware of those goals, and people ask me that all the time, in order to get to Emerald, this is something I've been told probably every day the last 60 days of my business. You need to add X amount of people every single month to get to Emerald by July 2017. And although I get that, and we know that this is a business of numbers game, so we know that that may be true, what is that doing for me right now? How is that helping me right now? Can I control what anybody on my team does? That answer is no, y'all. You cannot. So what are you waiting for? If you are waiting on somebody else to do something for you, you need to stop. Kayla says numbers stress her out. Girlfriend, so don't think about that. Don't think about numbers. Don't think about X, Y, and Z equals this. Don't do that. Think about every single day, I'm going to reach out to 5 people. That's it, okay? That's it. Focus on your activity. Wait on no one else. I don't know if you guys remember this, but last summer, I wrote this big long post on Facebook on our Odyssey to Gems about how I was doing this business for me and my family. And although this opportunity has brought some amazing friends, some of the bestest friends I have with me, and I want all of us to lock hands and do it together, if my friends stopped doing it, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I love my friends. I love this team. I love every single one of you that are on this call. And the easiest way for us to get there is definitely to lock arms, right? But if tomorrow every single one of you decided that this was not for you, would that be discouraging? Absolutely. Would I self-evaluate and be like, what the freak am I doing wrong? Absolutely. But would I quit? No. Would I start over? Would I completely revamp my business and say, okay, I need to look inward and I need to know what is going on with me. And I need to reach out to 20 new people a day because I still have goals, right? Mama's making Maui. That's what I'm doing. Yes, 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 yes. Wait for no one. Focus on yourself. And if you are the person that's holding you back, then you simply just have to do it, right? That is the third topic that Jill talked about. So we're going to jump to that really quick. Just do it. Just go for it. I was talking to Christy Cook today, who is one of my power sisters. And this is what we were talking about the last week. It's been crazy. It's been ridiculous. FYI, check out this kid's nap. Like, really sleeping through anything. Anyway, but we were talking about how the last week has been kind of awful. It just is what it is. And I said, okay, let's refocus. What are we going to do? And she said, we're just going to do it. That's it, right? Every day, we're just going to get up and we're just going to do it. And Jill talked about faking it till you make it, right? I live by this lovely agenda right here that Plexus gave. I live by agenda in general. This one just happens to be the free one that I want, and I'm loving it. But before Plexus Agenda, I had a passion planner. And before a passion planner, I had one from the Dollar Tree. It doesn't matter where you get it from. But I live by my agenda. And I live by my agenda because I'm a list girl. I love to X things off. There's nothing that gives me more enjoyment in life than looking at goals and getting to check them off, right? It's so exciting. Paying off a bill, check. Paying off a student loan, check. Like George talks about, I'm the only person he knows that literally could have no money in the bank, but if the bills are paid, I'm a happy girl, right? That's what I like. I'm a checker offer. So I just do it. Find something to organize yourself and just do it. If your goal needs to be simply to reach out to 5 new people a day, then just do it. If you dread it, if you struggle, if it's something that reaching out to new people is something you don't enjoy, which the majority of us don't, because it makes us vulnerable. It puts us in a situation that very much can make us uncomfortable, and it really opens us up for criticism. And as general, we don't like criticism. I know I am someone that I like living in a little box where Tristan's world is very happy and people don't fight and we all get alone and it's magical. But y'all, that's not reality. Let's just be honest. So it's hard to put yourself out there and have other people give almost the key to criticize you, right? But you guys, get it done and over with. If I'm going to do the stuff that I dread most, I'm going to get it done and I'm going to do it first. I'm going to do it first thing in the morning. No different than those tasks that are just kind of daunting, right? Those things that are like checking the back office, making sure customers' orders process, those things that are just almost management mode, right? Do those things so they're done and over with. Get this stuff done and simply do it. It doesn't have to be rocket science. You don't always have to enjoy it. Fake it till you make it, because if you're not focused on your business and you're not just doing it, then you're not doing anything to bring in new potentials. And if you're not doing stuff that's bringing in money, bringing in new people, bringing in new opportunities, bringing in new potentials, bringing in new customers, ambassadors, all that stuff, it doesn't matter anything else you're doing. It doesn't. I could get on here and rock you guys' socks with a huddle, and you could all walk away and be like, yes, praise the Lord, that was fabulous. But if Tristan Goodlow did not reach out to new people today, it doesn't matter what I told any of you, because my business isn't going to grow based on you guys. My business is going to grow based on me. There comes a point for every single one of us. It's one of the most brilliant ways that our compensation plan was made. It doesn't matter how I do. Jill can pass me. Tam can pass me. Jess can pass me. Every single one of you can pass me, because if I don't have so many points outside my primary leg, I don't promote. And those primary legs are based off me individually. It's how the compensation plan is designed, and it's brilliant, because Plexus Worldwide corporate bigwigs, they want us to take accountability, and they only want the best of the best to represent their company. They don't want you just to say you're doing it. They want you to walk it, right? It's important. It's a good thing. It's what grounds us on being a company of integrity and grace. It's a wonderful thing. Doesn't matter what I tell you if I'm not doing it myself. Okay, the second thing, are you being dragged or are you a self-doer? Now, I want to preference this with saying not every single person is a self-doer 100% of the time. Every single diamond, Jill Renfro, Jen Hawkins, all of these people have had seasons when they just don't want to. All of them have a week where they've fired themselves. All of them have a month where they've fired themselves, okay? And if they tell you different, they're just trying to be kind, or they lost their mind for that second of the day, okay? It's a true thing. We all have those moments when we don't do the best that we should be doing. But if you're looking at something on an 80-20% of the rule, 80% of the time, you should be a self-doer. What does that mean to be a self-doer in this day and age, okay? In a day where we have kids sleeping randomly on our laps, where we're working all the time, where we have, parents that we're taking care of, grandparents we're taking care of, kids that we're taking care of. We have stresses of life, right? Whether that be school, whether that be sick kids, whether that be separation from a spouse, whether that be farms to manage, whatever the case may be. We all have things in life that are crazy. So what does it mean to be a self-doer? I go back to the basics. It means simply doing it, reaching out to 5 new people a day, following up with your customers. I've had several people that are a part of the Journeys 101 group that have said, listen, I want to be a part of Journeys 101. So therefore, for the next 4 weeks, I can't do huddles because I'm going to take that time to grow my business. Perfect. Take that time to grow your business. I've had people that say, Tristan, I listen to every single huddle and every single recording, but I can't get on because I work third shift, or because that's time with my kids, or because whatever I'm doing schoolwork, whatever the case may be. You guys, huddles are important, okay? Don't get me wrong. Team pages are important. Being active is incredibly important. But if you have to prioritize above and beyond everything else is your self-activity, is reaching out to your 3 or 5 or 10 or whatever the case may be based on what your activity level is, new people, and following up. The rest of this stuff is fun. The rest of this is energizing. But you can listen to a huddle while you're taking a shower, okay? I've done it. Maybe not put the phone in the shower. Maybe put it outside the shower. But you can do it. You can do it while you're sitting in the carpool line. You can do it while you're driving to work, school, whatever the case may be. Use that dead time to listen to the things like podcasts, to listen to huddles, to have an audiobook, whatever the case may be. But if you have to prioritize yourself and you have 20 minutes that you know you're going to take that 20 minutes to focus on just being a doer, a self-motivated doer of just reaching out to your new people. I want you guys to know that this opportunity, this business is doable for every single one of you. It's not complicated. It's a very simple system. People get to the top. Amy Paul, right? They have 9 children that are homeschooled. People get to the top. Brenda Martin, she has, oh my gosh, like 11 or 12 kids, 10 kids, 11, 12 kids. And they are all homeschooled, and they have 2 businesses before Plexus, you guys. They're building their dream house. They're doing tons of things. How are they making this work? Because they're self-doers, and they focus on their activity first and foremost. And that's what every single one of you need to do. This business is going to look different for all of us, and that's perfectly okay. There is no right or wrong way to do this, and there isn't something. How I work my business is not going to be how Melissa works hers, or Tammy works hers, or Becca works hers, and that's okay, because that's the freedom that comes with this, and that's what we like, that's what we want. But just do it. Simply do it. Be a self-doer. Be a self-motivator. And I'm telling you, some days that's hard, right? Some days I don't want to. I don't want to adult. I don't want to get out of bed. I want to sit with a bag of peanut butter filled hearts that are by Reese's Company because they're my favorite ever. And I just want to eat the whole bag, right? I don't even want to take a block before. Call me crazy. I just want to do it. But guess what? I know that at the end of the day, that's going to make me feel terrible. That's going to make me feel awful tomorrow. My face is going to break out in terrible acne, and I'm going to gain 10 pounds, which all the hard work I've done for the last 2 months is going to be out the door, right? So just do it. Focus on doing what you need to do to move from day to day. And if right now that feels daunting, and right now that's simply just check marks, that's okay. But focus on the things that you need to focus on for your activity. Don't rely on anybody else. Don't rely on others to build your business for you. I feel like I'm a broken record saying that, but it is true. If you are looking up, down, side, whatever the case may be, and saying, I want to promote, I want to advance, but all my teams quit. I want to go silver. I've added 3 new people, but 2 people don't have their backup order on, even though they just signed up last month. If you are saying you want to do all these things, but you continue to have those excuses, that's not your team's fault. That's not your ambassador's fault. That's not my fault. That's not Jill's fault. That's not Lynette's fault. That's not Jess's, Sherry's, whoever the case may be. That's not anybody's fault. It might not necessarily be your fault either. It might just be attrition. It might just be how that's going. But you're the only one that can change that. Your activity is the only one that will take that from a negative connotation to a positive connotation. Going out there and getting a new customer and getting a new ambassador is the only thing that's going to make your attitude better, right? Not anybody else's. All right, guys, does anybody have any questions? I gotta put my glasses back on to read the chat. I'm so blind. Jeff said, is there a way to download YouTube videos? You can listen to them offline. I don't know. Does anybody know that? Can you download YouTube videos off? I don't know about, maybe look into, what's that called? Dropbox. Becca, look into Dropbox. It's an app that you can get on your phone, and you can drag them to Dropbox, and then Dropbox is offline. It like saves it to the storage on your phone, I think is what it does. I'm not for sure. But then you can like delete them from there. Dropbox is completely offline though, because I have Eric Worre's GoPro and Rock Your Network Marketing by Sarah Robbins. All of those I have on Dropbox. So I've listened to those before as well. You can do it with music. Oh, Lynette says you can do it with music, so I think you can do it with videos. Yeah, I would say probably. I've just never tried. I just use data. That's why George is always yelling at me and telling me he's going to put a limit on it. He hasn't done it yet. You'll know one of these days when Tristan goes MIA again. Yeah, I get it. You don't want to burn through your data for sure. For sure. Did anybody want to share a couple minutes of their favorite takeaway from last night or a tidbit that you had? I know we're so talkative. Well, while you guys are thinking of it, let's take a picture really quick so we don't forget. This kid's head's really heavy, just so you guys know. Ah, okay, let me take my glass off again, which means I'm going to be blind. Okay. Say cheese. Now I got to actually look. All right. No questions, no comments, no concerns?
You were talking about the reinventing yourself. Did anyone read Nikki's post a few weeks ago about, she was talking about how like she doesn't have most of the same people that she did when she hit like gold or even when she hit diamonds, and that really kind of stuck with me, I guess, and she said that.
Let me see if I can find that really quick, because that is a really, really good post that I would love to share with everybody. Yeah, it was so good. It was talking about like when she went, was it Nikki or was it Heather? Was it Nikki?
I'm pretty sure it was Nikki.
Do, 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 do. You would think something like that would be at the top.
So I have a question, but it's not, it's kind of related to what you said, but kind of not. Is that I've been getting on my Facebook lately, and my feed is just all my Plexus friends and all the Plexus groups. And how do I change that so I'm actually seeing like other people's stuff? Because suddenly I'm not, all I'm seeing is Plexus, and it doesn't help if I'm not commenting on friends' stuff and talking to friends' stuff and doing all of that. And so I'm kind of like, well, wait, how do I change this now? Because I don't want to unfollow, because I want to see the Plexus stuff and learn and grow with it, but it seems like that's all that comes through on my Facebook feed anymore.
Jill, I know you've talked about that. Oh, perfect.
How to make the groups? Do you know how to make your groups on the? If you go to your wall, your wall, you can make.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I haven't done groups in forever.
Okay, you can make a group that says Plexus Peeps, and then you make that label, and then you take all your friends, like all your friends, all our names will show up, and then you just click, and all those people go into your Plexus group. Or you can say otherwise, or I have a group that says interested in Plexus, like people that I know that might be interested in Plexus. And
so then you can go click on the group, and then all of their posts are what show up, so you're not just dealing with your main feed.
And it's actually really nice to use the Plexus group when you're looking for a testimony or an idea about an issue, or maybe like Lynette's got a great post from 3 weeks ago that I forgot to save. I kind of remember it. You just go in there and you can kind of scroll faster that way.
Yeah.
The other way you can do is if you go into your friends list, like at the top of your, or in your page, it'll show you who your friends are. And then
Show first or whatever.
Yeah, or your relationship with them, or once you like or make a comment on their page, it will end up showing back up in your feed a little bit quicker. If I make a big post, like you guys last week, if you don't think people are watching your posts real quick, I put that post last Thursday about paying off my mortgage, and I got 187 likes or loves. I'm going to tell you, I haven't had 187 comments on anything in a long time. So what I did was I went through, took my spiral notebook and wrote every single person's name down there. And there's probably maybe 30 Plexus people, 150 other friends. And so now I have a list on a piece of notebook paper, and I'm going purposely to their page, liking or commenting if I can, if it doesn't look like I'm too stalkerish and going back a month or whatever, or they're just posting their games or whatever. I don't comment on that, but now they're all kind of showing back up. So you kind of have to have a little method to your madness, but it does require a little bit. But I never thought I would get that many comments or likes or anything, but I was like, "Ooh, this is," I mean, the other big time of the year you get something is if your birthday's posted on Facebook. So make sure your birthday's posted on Facebook, because all your friends will get those notifications too.
Yeah, people are definitely watching. And Jill, what I love about what you just said is you didn't immediately make out with those people, right? You didn't send them messages and say, "Hey, thanks for liking my stuff. Have you heard about Plexus?" No, it's about intentionally liking those people's stuff back, because then your stuff will automatically show up in their feed and they will show up in yours. But that is one of those intentional things. For me, that is one of those things that I don't enjoy, like, because it's an intentional time, right? It's not just, oh, I'm going to go, do this. It's almost like daunting sometimes. Okay, I need to go do this. The other thing I have with that is my top 20 who I'm constantly adding to. If one of them joins, someone new goes in that top 20 list, that top 20 potentials. Those people, I have it as a part of my daily method of operation, my daily DMO, to go to their page, and if they have something new, to like it. So that way I know that my stuff is constantly showing in their feed. Love that, Jill. Love that. Okay, I found this post by Nikki. It says, "Do you think your success in network marketing is dependent on good timing? Do you often hear the market is oversaturated, that there's already too many successful people in your area? I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say to me, 'You were so lucky to start when you did.' Well, guess what, friends? I have hard data to prove our success today isn't timing. And honestly, it's not really talent either. It's grit. You guys know I love me a grit. It's grit and perseverance. So here's some fun facts. I went Emerald in January 2014. 15% of my team, when I went Emerald, is still with me to date. Only 15%, you guys. The team I built with good timing is 85% gone. I went Diamond in May 2015. 33% of my team from going Diamond is still with me today. 2/3 of the team that was here when I originally went Diamond is gone. And my points today are well over Diamond points, because I've rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt. If you feel like you're losing your entire team, it's okay. We've all been there. So have I many times. It isn't about what you get, or this isn't about when you get in. Although they may help you in the beginning, it's not about instant success. It's about lasting success. Grit and perseverance are what matter. Never stop recruiting and sponsoring. Never stop training your team. Never stop getting new customers. Keep working hard and you will have success. Like crazy, you guys. 15% of her team is still with her from when she went Emerald. 35% of her team is still with her, or 33.3. of her team is still with her when she went diamond. Crazy, okay? Crazy. All right, 3 minutes left. Anybody else got anything?
Hey, Becca, I just wanted to know if you have a phone, like you can't really see this, but if you go to on your wall, on your phone, and it says your friends, like if you pick your friends list, and then on the iPhone at least, if you scroll, it'll tell you which friends have new posts and which friends don't in blue. And so you can kind of go there too. That might help you kind of pull out ones that you might want to post on, or at least check in with. And I actually scroll all the way to the bottom and find those ones that I haven't touched base with in forever. And maybe they're really people. I have a lot of friends that are not active on Facebook, but you never know where that might lead to. It just kind of, that's how Pam joined our team, and she's a wholesale ambassador. But I mean, I went to high school with her in the 80s, and so we just kind of reconnected, and now she's a wholesaler on my team. So
well, and I have a lot of people who are active on Facebook, as in posting. They may post once a month, but let me tell you what, they like my posts that I do every single day. So just because people aren't posting on theirs doesn't mean that Facebook isn't a time waster for them. And there's a lot of people too that they may not do any of that, but they're active on Messenger. So you never know. Don't ever stop doing that.
Good to know. Thanks, Jill.
All right, girls. Oh, thanks for joining us. Hold on, I gotta end the recording. If we missed you, join us next week or join us tomorrow.